I guess they were like talking back and forth. She said, you would make a cute couple with my daughter, and he agreed. And I was like, if you're not interested, you need to tell her you're not interested, or she's not gonna stop until you tell her. He kind of laughed, but he never said like, oh, I'm not interested. Are you or are you not? I feel like somebody's gonna come across this video that I worked with. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, oh well.
It's Tania's world. Vlogs plus she got reactions. You should see this girl. Going up, she never lacking. It's Tania, you see her. Bringing flames, man, what? Gotta shout out T-Gang. Stand up, stand up.
What is up with my gang? What is up with my squad? T-Gang in this thing. What's pop with y'all? What's up, T-Gang? Welcome back to my channel. So today we will be picking up where we left off with my last story time I uploaded. If y'all ain't watched it yet, I'll link it in the eye. My last story time of how I lost my job. Okay, so if you interested, like I'm interested on telling y'all this story, then like, comment, and subscribe. But we're gonna get to it. In the story time that I told y'all about me well, I ain't lose my job. I was bound to lose my job, but I didn't know how to really word the story time. Be like, I almost lost my job, but I almost lost my job. But when I tell you it was seconds away from me losing my job, that's why I just said I lost my job. We gonna pick up where we left off. So we had Ugly Duckling, we had Tattletale, and Mr. F Boy. So I know in the middle of that story time, I had said comment down below if y'all want a part 2. But last night I decided to just watch it on my own, and I was like, no, it don't really make sense on how we was just friends and then he gained interest, right? That's what this story time gonna be about. And then I got a little bit more tea that I just found out the other day because I went to that same Walmart and interacted with some folks I used to work with, right? So when I told y'all that me and Mr. F Boy was like boy best friend, girl best friend type thing, it was real. We built this friendship out of nowhere. Like, okay, so my brother worked at Walmart too. Me and Mr. F Boy, like before we became friends, it was just like co-workers. And if I needed like a printer, he was like way taller than me, so he could see a short girl struggling, okay? And if you know me personally, you know that I say short people problems when I'm having a short person problem. He will always kind of like have his eye on me, but I didn't really pay no attention. I was just really, I told y'all my last story time, Walmart was my money and to go home. I wasn't paying attention to no guys. He would always have his eye on me, and I would always like struggle to like get stuff down like a printer or something. Once him and my brother kind of became cool, then my brother left, and my brother didn't tell nobody that he wasn't gonna be working there no more. Once he left, then Mr. F Boy was like, how your brother been? Like, I ain't seen him. And I told him like he don't work here no more. So once he found that out, I said about 2 weeks from that, our friendship, it went from like distant friends to like we like this, right? Like, yeah, like we kind of became cool out of just nowhere. Like he would kind of like flirt, but then like at the same time, I'm kind of used to guys just like saying flirty things, and then when I be like, oh, we should try and talk, then they're like, oh, I wasn't saying it. I don't know why. Guys, I don't know if it's all over the world or if it's just guys from where I'm from. That's how guys get down from where I'm from, okay? So yeah, like he would flirt, but I wasn't really like, oh, he's interested. So when I told y'all my last story time, my mom had came up to Walmart when all that stuff broke down. Probably gonna throw some clips in there, right? I did look a hot mess. Your girl put herself together today. I was in the mood, all right? Yeah, when I said that my mom came up there and that was her first time meeting Mr. F Boy, from that point on, where's my friend? And her friend is Mr. F Boy. So one time she came up in there and she was just shopping, and I was on the clock. She seen me and him talking, and from a distance, I don't know how she could see so far when she wear glasses and she wasn't wearing glasses at this particular moment. From a distance, she seen me and him talking, and she came up and she was like kind of like including herself in the conversation so she can make her move, right? So she was like, I walked away. She was like, walk away, I'm gonna talk to him real quick. And I guess they were like talking back and forth, and she said, you would make a cute couple with my daughter, and he agreed. So she told me this, and then I was like, okay, next time I see him, I'm gonna ask him like why he ain't never said that. When I seen him again, he was acting like he didn't know what I was talking about, and he was like, yeah, I did talk to your mom, and she was talking about me and you, but he never said what she said exactly. So then I told him, because I told y'all every time we would have to take out an order, he would always be like, no, you coming with me. He was like, no, you gonna take this order out with me. So I was like, okay. So I got a vest, we went outside, and I was like, if you're not interested, you need to tell her you're not interested, or she's not gonna stop until you tell her. And then he kind of laughed, but he never said like, oh, I'm not interested. So I was like, are you or are you not? And he was like, I mean, I am. So we exchanged numbers, and it didn't really go nowhere from there, right? We tried to talk, it didn't really work. One time I just kind of asked him, I was like, because I told y'all in the last story time, I was like, he has this look that most girls go for, like he's not innocent, okay? He knows he's attractive, he knows his height gets girls' attention, his hair, all this, right? I feel like somebody's gonna come across this video that I worked with. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, oh well. Still my friend to this day. In my head, we friends again. We'll get to that when we get to that. We tried to talk, but it didn't really go nowhere. So one time he came, and he would always like sit in my car on like his breaks and my lunch. He was sitting in my car one time, and I asked him, we kind of like not got into it, but I asked him a question. He felt some type of way, and he was like, no, we should just be friends. So I was like, okay, cool. So I started talking to somebody else. He was like trying to talk to like different girls at the same Walmart, right? That really wasn't going nowhere until he got into some trouble. When he got into some trouble, he started realizing all the females that like he was like trying to talk to after the fact of us talking didn't really care. Like, even though he said we friends and we kind of did get into it, in my mind, we still friends, so I'm gonna check to see if you're good. So I messaged one of his friends. He never really said like what happened, so I had to kind of just hope and pray he was like good so I can ask him for myself. So I asked him, and he told me what happened, and then I was like, yeah, I asked. And then now it's like, now he can see like I care, and everybody else he was talking to didn't really care. Now we're friends, right? We're still friends to this day. So I went, that's why I said it's kind of like a little follow-up too. I went to Walmart the other day, and I needed to get some stuff, but I was like, I want to go see one of my favorite like associates, co-workers, whatever you want to call her. Like, I always looked at her like she was like a mom at work. I always tell like my family like I got like a mom at work. Like she was like a friend when I needed a friend, but then like when it was like mom mode, she was like, she hot in mom mode, but she got kids herself. I went in there to just talk to her and see her, because I ain't seen her in a minute. And I seen him. This whole entire time I'm getting like all these flirty vibes, like he's interested again, but I'm like, nah. I'm saying that to say this. So when I seen Mr. F Boy, now we about to hop back into the last story time, okay? So when I told y'all about little Miss Tattletale, I was walking, so this whole entire time I'm in Walmart shopping, wherever I go, he go. But like he's nearby to where if I say his name, he coming. He walked away. I'm talking to one of my friends, then I'm about to leave, and I was like, so what happened to little Miss Tattletale, right? Tell me why this girl moved. I ain't gonna say where she moved to, but she moved, okay? And when she moved, where she moved at though, she moved like a few hours away from my city, Sacramento. Where she moved, that stuff she pulled on me, if she pulled that somewhere else, she gonna be picking up her teeth and her glasses. When I said, so what happened to little Miss Tattletale, I was like, well, when I was talking to him, I was gonna say little Miss Tattletale, but I was like, what happened to little Miss Run Her Mouth? And he was like, who are you talking about? And he looked at me, and I was like, you know who I'm talking about. And then he was like, oh, she moved, and I ain't gonna say where she moved, just to keep her safe, even though I don't really like the girl. So she moved. I'm like, she not gonna make it. She not gonna make it. But this story time right here was kind of like a follow-up of the last story time. Now with Ugly Duckling, I don't know what happened to her. I know she got into a fight with another associate when I worked there, and they let her go. So I don't know what happened with her. Honestly, if I knew what happened to her too, oh, this story time would be even longer. I just decided to pick up where we left off. If you watched that video and you watching this video, now it sure makes sense on why I didn't really want to get into that, because if this video is as long as it is right now, I know for a fact that story time would have been 10 times longer. Y'all know, like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell, click all, so you won't miss none of my other notifications. But until next time, remember, it's T gang or no gang. We out.